You ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Hey Labsters, welcome to lab number 6, Black Men in America. We are your hosts, Jazz.
Storm. So, how was everyone's weekend?
How was everyone's weekend this week?
I know that my weekend was pretty good.
Why was your weekend so good, Char?
I mean, it was good because,
It wasn't there.
I mean, I was hanging out with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a good time. And I mean, I'm still recovering from life, so
My weekend was pretty good. I got a chance to hang out with my friends and go to a birthday party celebration. So, that was alright.
For sure. Yeah, I think that I'm ready to go back to work, from this weekend. So, whenever that happens, y'all go ahead and hit me up on Storm Lovely Braids. I got y'all.
Oh, yeah, of course. And then you're talking about
Actual daycare work? Nah.
I
I gave that up,
was like, oh, it's
Soon as I go back to work, I'm like, hey.
Anyway, before we start lab number 6, we want to say this is not a lab to bash black men. So for the guys who are black and that are men, this is not a lab to bash y'all in any kind of way. Just to bring awareness of certain things. Bring awareness to certain things. So
Yes, for sure. I really want to state, because I know that we had posted our first promotion, our first flyer, and people were like, dang, what is this about? Well, now you're going to know, and I hope
it's over.
Yes, I really hope that y'all enjoy this, because I know this is something that we've always wanted to talk about. So
I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people should talk about.
Yeah.
A topic that a lot of people are afraid to talk about.
True. And I feel like as being in the community, you should be able to release this type of stuff. So if anyone does not like it, let us know. Give us feedback, comments. We're always here to listen what y'all gotta say.
And also, please leave your questions at the end. We're gonna open up questions at the end. So if you have any questions for us, leave it at the end, and we will answer them.
I love questions. So to start off this Black Men in America, I really do not know how to exactly say her name. Is it Lonnie Love or Lonnie Love?
Okay. Lonnie Love from the talk show The Real. If a lot of people are not familiar with the show, it's a show called The Real. It's a show talking about I don't know. It's like a talk show pretty much. And one of the co-hosts on there, Lonnie Love, she made a statement on one of their shows that really got Stormy's attention. Like what? Did she just say that?
Yeah, it was really weird. I mean, from a standpoint of just hearing it, I was kind of what? But, so if you don't know, I'm going to read what she said. She said, I don't speak for the Black community by, I do think, I think a lot of Black men, they really do not know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money and they have power that they can treat women any kind of way. That first statement, it's interesting to me because I just don't like how she just put just the whole Black community, even if she's not speaking just for the Black community, you're just pointing out one race. And it's I think it's, everyone, you're a male, you're a female, men in general, if you have power, they're going to do things that are not faithful. So does that matter if they're Black or not? So
I mean, for me, when I saw the video and she made that statement, I was like, wow. Yes, I understand that there is some guys in the Black community who are unfaithful, but she just made it seem like all black men are faithful and unfaithful. And it's just like, no, I have run across some faithful men. I have seen some faithful men out there. And it's like, it's not just in the black community that black men are faithful. You got white men, Mexican men, you got all Indian men, Chinese men, not just black men. So it's just like, that right there, that comment, no, it was a no for me. Like, no.
Even with this comment that she did continue to say after that, she said, it's not a cross board because what is happening is that we are still dealing with this point of slavery. And we are descendants of slavery, and because our families were broken, we still do not have an idea of how togetherness because our families were broken up. How do you feel about that?
I mean, yes, back in the day, our families were broken up as we were slaves. I get that. It was. And you do see a lot of brokenness in the black community when it comes to like two-parent households. You have one single mother here and a single father and stuff like that. I think she was stretching it on that one. I think it was a stretch.
Yeah, I don't really think that she should have used slavery in this conversation because actually a lot of homes, yes, they were broken up due to the master and all these things, but there's a lot of black families that stayed together, and it's not something that's like, oh well, no, they were all broken up. They weren't. We got pulled apart, but that wasn't from cheating. Like, that wasn't from that reason. So with that statement, like you said, she was stretching. Like,
man, it was a stretch.
Like, what? Like, even when she said that, I just didn't even get how she was trying to put those two together. And I mean, everyone is like entitled to their own opinion, but that one statement to me just didn't go together.
Not at all. And then the thing about it, she's actually dating a white man, so that made me look like
no. Like, I'm not trying to be that type of person, and please, if I say this, I know it's gonna get me screwed, but if you're dating like out of the race and you want to say, I'm not gonna speak for the black community, just lay off on those topics, because to me, yes, you can fall in love with whoever you want to be with, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're trying to make statements into like things like that or bring up slavery, to me it's like, do you really know? Like, are you just going off what you see or what you heard? Because there's a lot of black men that stay together with their black women or whoever they're with. They stay inside their family and they're strong together. But you're just bringing up, to me, in my opinion, people that are like going through cheating and rappers or stuff like that. Like, to me, that's how I saw it. Like, so.
And it's like, how do you, like you said, like, how do you know, have you had your experience, like, a black guy cheat on you? Because, like, you're dating a white man. So it's like, you really don't have the right to say that because you're dating a white man. Like, if you're dating a black man, I can see why you made that comment because it has affected you. Like, you went through it.
Yeah.
But no.
No, and even to me, it's like, I have been cheated on. And that didn't defer me from not being with a black man, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't think that all black men cheat.
Same.
So it's like, why are you just saying black men do this? And it's like, we, as a black woman, we should be trying to stay behind our black men, like, because at the end of the day, it can be anybody. Like, it doesn't matter what race you are. If you have a tendency to cheat or you feel lustful to someone else, you're gonna do that. Like, so.
And that doesn't, like, you don't have to be a certain race. It's like, there's no race. Cheating is, there's no race. Like, you can be white, black, Mexican, whatever. If you want to cheat, you'll cheat.
Exactly.
So for her to say, like, the black man, like, she really just dug a hole in the black man community. Like, she just made them look
really
awful.
Because, like, when you start to think about it, you start to think of, like, the Chloe's, the Kims, all the people they've been with black men, and yes, they've cheated and it's been public, but I know some black men that have never cheated and they've been with their wives for years. Yes. So it's kind of like, don't do that. Like, it's disrespectful. And it's like, especially to me, that you are with a white male, like, it's just something that you should not bring up. Like, I'm not gonna bring up something like, oh well, all those white guys cheat. Like, No, that's not something I'm gonna say.
You haven't been with all
Exactly.
white men to make that statement. You need to say, instead of all, you need to say majority, or I mean like some.
Just say the
some, not all. 'Cause
say like the black men you've been with have cheated.
yes.
Don't say because we don't know. We don't know what everybody's gonna do or whatever they do. Like as I know as like women that deal with black men, we see like dang like yeah. Y'all do that. Y'all do this. But it's not, we've been with black men. Like, it's not something where it's like, oh, all of them do it.
Yeah.
Because we know that all of black men don't do that, or all of black women don't do that. It's
like saying, like, I've been cheated on, and, he was a black man. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to be like, oh, since he cheated, all black men are saying, oh, they all cheat or whatever. Exactly. No, just that black man cheated on me. Exactly. That certain one. Exactly. So I'm not going to go in thinking, oh, all black men cheat, they're thieves, they're that. Right. No, they're not.
Exactly. And even what you just said, like, they're thieves. Like, that's just to me as like a cop going by and he's like, well, they're black, they probably all stole in the grocery store. You know? So it's kind of like, she just, to me, it just irritated me. Because I just, like, you're on national TV saying stuff like this. And a lot of people watch, like, the show. There's all races watch the show, and you're just out here just bashing like your own community. Like that's, And
then also it's like she's a black woman, and I feel like she should use her platform to also like talk good of the black men who don't cheat. Exactly. Like, cause she could have used her platform to be like uplifting black men, because I feel like there's nothing like a black woman that uplifts black men, because I do that all the time. Like, I love black men, like they're amazing, like they're dope. So
this is very true. Like, it's, to me, if I was on that platform, I would be doing that. Like, we have to uplift each other because there's so many people trying to bring us down,
and so many people that trying to beat us. But that's another topic.
Let me tell you. And I don't know, like, I feel as though it comes to a point where something should not be said, and if you feel that way, you can have cut that to yourself. But I know that also, like, black men that are in relationships with significant others that are from, different race or whatever, and they say things and bash black women.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, how do you feel about that? Like, black guys who do date outside their race and they bash black women. They make the comment, oh, well, Latina women are better because they don't have attitude, or they're submissive, or white girls are better than black girls because she's submissive and she's easy. She doesn't have attitude. She's not gonna tell me no.
Yeah. That right there, that already irritates the hell out of me.
It does.
Because first thing is you don't date all black women. That's one. Two, you can't go around saying, well, they do this. You're only going from probably a couple experiences. That if you're wanting someone that is submissive, that's on you. Do what you want to do, but don't go around bashing black women, because there's probably a black woman that is very submissive. But
there is.
And there's probably, black women that are out there that, will be like, oh, no, it's okay. Like, they're going to do that. And
I feel like, me personally, I am a black woman, and I feel like I'm willing to be submissive. However, in order for me to be submissive towards you, I need to know where you're going in life. Yeah. Like, I need somebody that's going to have his goals right, all this kind of stuff. Because I'm not going to submissive to a clown. I didn't join a circus.
That's first thing.
So,
I feel as though with that is like, you need to know that black women are strong. We are always there for you through everything. And if we're going to talk about slavery, let's go all the way back, because we can do that. Yeah. Because we've been there. So when you try to say, oh, black women, we don't do this or we don't do that, that's false. Because, like, if you love someone, you're going to be the perfect person for that person. You know what I'm saying? They're going to love you through anything. So when you're trying to say, oh, well, y'all don't do this, no. If you want to be honest, we can say a lot of stuff that y'all don't do. But since I love black men, I'm there to be like, oh, okay, like, y'all don't all act like that. But my thing is, if you're gonna be with someone out of your race, don't be disrespectful to black women, or it's just not necessary.
Just like don't compare like a white woman and a black woman, because at the end of the day we're all women, and I feel like any woman that's in her right mind, she's not gonna let any man like treat her any kind of way, or she's gonna have some type of attitude or whatever, or you know, some type of standard.
Yeah.
So like don't say, oh, white women are easy than black girls. Black girls have attitudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That is
like
it's just like I saw I think it was like a meme or something. I think it was on Facebook. Maybe it could have been Instagram, I don't remember, but it was basically saying like, oh, Latina women, when they're like angry, it's sexy, but when a black girl is mad, it's ghetto. And
how is that though?
I don't understand it.
Like I don't understand that either.
Like, because in my opinion, it don't matter what you're saying to me. I'm just not gonna let you disrespect me. So just because someone's saying something in a different language, it's now sexy or it's attractive,
it's
like
spicy. Or
yeah, like no.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like no. Like
it's not. It's to me, that's like me telling someone like, oh dang, like no, when Poppy over there speaks Spanish to me, and you know, but you know the black dude, he gonna get mad and he gonna do something like that. I'm not gonna compare.
It's
like,
still disrespect.
Yeah,
way around. Like
that's what I mean. Like all around, you're still getting disrespected in some type of way, and black women is just not gonna put up with a lot of things, and it's also because. And it could be all women. I'm not saying that, you know, women, other races don't put up, y'all know what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is that black women, we are strong people because we go through so many things. And
I feel like we have to be strong.
We do. Because if you think about it, we're below everyone. Like, it goes up to the top if you know how the whole thing goes. Like, we're always at the bottom. Like, we get paid less in corporate America. So, and it don't matter if you have a degree or not. So, it's just like, as black men, you should be, and you're raised by a black woman, like, come on now. Like, there should be no disrespect. Like, you shouldn't have to be like, oh, well, I mean, I like this girl. Just say that you love her, bro. If you love her and you want, and this is the person you love, by any means, have a happy relationship. But don't come in being, like, disrespectful.
Yeah, like, not at all. Because it's just like, if you date outside your race, that's fine. That's fine, and then you do that. I have no problem with that. Like, that's whatever. Love is love. Yeah. But don't compare me to a white girl and say, oh, she's better because she does this or she does that or blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, don't do that, because that's when the disrespect comes. Yeah. Especially if you have a black mother. Yeah. And, like, I don't understand that. Like
that's the thing that I don't understand at all, is that you're raised by a black woman or you were raised by your grandmother. Like, either way, you were raised by some type of woman. I understand there may not have been a woman in your life that took care of you. Like, I understand that. But you know that maybe your father was raised by a black woman. You know, there's too many black women that could be in your life that should be, like, you know, there for you, that you should understand that you shouldn't be disrespectful to the black woman. Like, I just feel I don't know, it's just like, you just don't have to bash other races to feel like you're in charge. Like, oh, well, she does this for me. Okay, that's good. I'm glad she does that for you. But it's just certain things that someone's going to be like, well, I don't do that. And you're just going to have to take that. It's not just now that she has an attitude because she's not doing something you like. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess...
It is what it is. Like, yeah, like it is what it is. Like, because now that I think about it, it's something that I always speak about, that I have noticed that some women who are white, Mexican, or whatever, they would date a black man, and the reason why they're only dating that black man is what is between his legs and what he looks like. Or they think it's cool to date him because he's black. And I have seen that so many times. And I don't understand by that. Like, why? Like,
to me, I feel like I mean, let's just be honest. Like, black men, they're beautiful. You know,
They are.
They're beautiful men. My thing is if you're going to date a male, a black male, understand the things that come with it. It's not just what's, you know, in their pants. Like, that's not what they're all about. And then my problem is with just even like people being in those type of like relationships, they feel that they can now say the N-word. And now we're all here just like, okay, that's cool. Like, now you feel like you have this, I don't know if it's like an empowerment thing, that you're not with a black guy, that you feel like you can be this type of person. Like, it's be yourself. However you got with this male, be the same person. You don't have to change or have this attitude, because I'm pretty sure that's not why he got with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't really like go into that, because like me myself is just like, I feel like it's just, we get, what is the thing, like, you know how when like white guys or whatever out of the race of black men, they be like, oh, well, black girl, her butt is big, her thighs are thick, you know, like, it's just sometimes I feel like we get so, what's the word, sexualized, like in the black community from other races, that it's like our brains don't really go into it, if that makes sense. Like, we're not in, like, if we're, let's say like, oh, well, yeah, that guy has a PhD, but oh, well, that doesn't matter. It's only about how he looks like, or this, like, oh, well, no, he's probably gonna steal, he's gonna do that, but you've never met him, you know, like, so, I don't know, I feel like we just get really sexualized, and we're not put to a high standard as we should, and I feel like a lot of people that do date outside their race in the beginning, because not all people are like this. I'm gonna say that again. Not all people are like this. I understand that, but some people that I know that date black men, it's something that is just like, oh, well, he's stronger. Something. It's just something that it's just always sexualized.
It's sexualized. It's physical. It's like, oh, he's chocolate. He's tall. Exactly. He has a big. Because they always be like, guys who are black, they have big, and that's how some girls, because I went to an all-white school, and I would hear this all the time. Like, the white girls were like, oh, he's black, I'm gonna date him because he's a football player and he has a big between his legs and stuff like that. And it's like, you're not dating him for who he is, you're dating him for what he looks like. And I don't like that. That's disgusting, because the minute things get real, where he gets like pulled over by the cops, or he gets in some type of trouble or whatever, they're nowhere to be seen. Yeah. But the minute he's on top and, you know, he's looking good, they want to be right there.
Speaking of that, the draft that was just recent, there was it's the video. I mean, I thought it was funny, but it wasn't that funny, you know. Mm-hmm. But it was this black guy. He was with this white girl, and the mama kind of like pulled her off of him. And to me, it's like, I don't know the standard, like how their relationship is or how it is, but like, to me, it's funny how it's like, oh, well, now you're this person, and now your father loves this guy because he's going to the NFL and stuff like that. Because let's just be honest, a lot of these people that do date black men, some of their parents are not that cool. They're not liberal. Like, they're really Republicans that don't like black people. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do in these situations? How are you going to protect your black man? Because I know how I would. So what are you going to do? Like, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, I don't understand. Ask. Like, have these conversations, and maybe it'll be better in like y'all in your relationship. Like, I just feel like some things don't have conversations, so a lot of leeway just go through, like, oh, that's just, you know, it's cool, or she's like, I want an explanation. I just want to, like, you know, let's just all chill and have a good time, you know. So
just like Kim Kardashian, now she wants to be involved in the black community now that she has mixed children. Now she's saying, oh, well, now I feel for them, now I like understand. But it's like, it took you to have black mixed children to understand what a black person go through. Like, I don't understand that.
It's crazy because the whole family has mixed kids.
Yeah. But they love dating black men. I feel like they should have been like,
Yeah.
They should have been like, all right, since I'm dating this black man, let me get to know him, like what he really goes through. But they didn't think about that. They started thinking about that the minute they had children.
Yeah.
And it's like, it shouldn't been that far. It should have been the sooner you start dating him and the sooner you start falling in love with him and stuff like that. You should want to like understand, like.
And that's why I go to that point that I feel like black men, they're just sexualized. Like black people in general, to me, are just sexualized. Like it's never about how smart they are. To me, someone could tell me different, I know, but to me it's like, I feel as though it's never just the front of like how smart this person is or what can they do or what's their passion. It's always just about how they look or how much money they're bringing in, or and it's just like, okay, like you shouldn't do that when you're going into in a relationship. And like she said, like you should have been trying to do this way before, like
way before.
No reason why. If you love a black man and you are attracted to black men and that's what you like, maybe you need to be going and looking into history, like having an understanding. And I know there is other races out there that do that.
That is true.
And they're like, oh, I want to be in tune. I want to know what's going on. And to me, I respect that instead of someone just hiding beneath, like, oh, like they have a blinded eye. Like, it doesn't matter, or when people are, like, kids are getting killed out here or the cops are stopping them. Like, don't, like, try to hide from that. Like, you need to just have a front for conversation if you do have kids. Because I don't know if y'all watch this show called American. Someone put it down. Someone knows what I'm talking about. But it's a football player, and he has a stepbrother, and they got pulled over one time, and the guy, he's mixed. His brother's mixed.
Okay.
And they got pulled over, and they were just like, it was just like, he told his dad, like, oh, you never told him about this stuff. Why didn't he not know? And it's like, I know that people can get put in those situations, and you get, like, confused. Like, I don't know what to say. And, of course, for a black man, it's a difficult situation. Like, they don't really know how to explain.
Yeah.
And I just feel as though in the Kardashian case is like, it's crazy to me that she is trying to like get all these people out of jail, and she's just, oh my God, like we gotta do this. You should have been doing that before you came out with your sex tape. Let's just be honest. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean that's very true. Like, very, very true. Like, I had a friend when I was going to class one day, and we had a conversation, and she was like, I would never date. She's like, black men are beautiful or whatever. I like they're cute, they're fine, they're all this. But she's like, I would never date a black man because they cheat. All of them cheat.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow. I was like, no, all black men don't cheat. And she's like, it's just known in like, the black men like culture, whatever, for them to be cheaters or something like that. And I was just like, no, it made me really mad, because it's like, I want people to see like there are good black men out there. Like, all black men do not cheat, and it just sucks because you got white people cheating, you got Mexicans cheating, you got Indians cheating, you got whole different cultures of people just cheating. Like, it's just not black men. Like,
it's not. But where do you think that comes from though? Like, why does that statement go around?
I feel like it's coming from because like social media, that's all that you see is like black men in the fast car with all the money and all that stuff. Like, a lot of times like social media doesn't want to show like the black guy who's faithful or whatever, because they're considered corny. For instance, the guy that her husband, he's corny. Yeah. So a lot of people don't want to see that. They want to see a Future. They want to see the Future, all the rappers, they want to see that. Yeah. So a lot of the times people don't get to see these black men who are like faithful, who do have families with black women and black babies and stuff like that. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah. That's very
Which is very sad, because they're out there.
That's very true.
They're out there, and
I definitely like. I mean, I get it because we do see that a lot, but like to me, it's like I see other races cheating too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's like we get pointed out a lot, and it's like okay, well maybe this person, yeah, they cheated. They just, the girl maybe wasn't in. I understand it. It all happens. People cheat, whatever. But stop placing it on just black men. Like that's like it irritates me because it's like it's just like saying all black women have attitudes. It's putting that to like it's just what's the word, stereotyping. Like
yes,
and it's annoying because. I mean, and then also though, it kind of makes me annoyed for black men because y'all know that y'all are getting put out like this, and y'all continue to make things even more like, oh yeah, they do cheat. Like, do better. Like,
yeah, like really do better. Like for the ones who are doing it and doing good, thank you. I salute you. For the ones that are not, come on, bruh.
Exactly.
Get it together.
Honestly, because it's getting to a point where it's hard for me to stand up for y'all like all the time. Like no, and then like, oh well, this person cheat, this piece of cheat. Like it's annoying. Like if you love someone, love that girl. Like I understand temptation. I understand it. But there's someone at home or someone that's waiting to talk to you and be with you, and you going out here and just feeling like it's okay to cheat. Like I understand, yes, all men and women, we all do things that we should not do. But if you want this stereotype to go away, because I know that for the good black men that are out there, they're like, dang, like I'm sick of being put out like this.
Yeah, I'm sick of like y'all portraying like black men this. No, we're not like this, and it's just like, dang, like it's hard on them.
Exactly.
Like it's hard.
It is, because when you think about it, like okay, for example, I've been cheated on, so I do be like, dang, I killed this black dude. We ain't about to do the same thing. But I have to go in that open mind, like, okay, not everyone that's black cheats. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where it's like, like, dang, like, yes, you do worry. But at the same time, in my opinion, even if I got with, like, someone that wasn't black, I still would think the same thing. Like, dang, you might go do some shady stuff, So, I mean, that just goes with trust issues. But that's different. So, I mean, I just feel like if you are doing those type of things, do better. Like, so we are not getting put like, dang, y'all do get those black men, they always cheating. Like, what?
Yeah,
no.
that's terrible to have that. Like, terrible. So,
I mean,
it's just sad because it's just like I love black men. Like I tell people all the time, I'm gonna have black babies. I'm married black man. It's just how it's gonna be. Because I want to show the world that, there is black love still out there. And, you can be with somebody 20 plus years and have a 2-parent household. Like, I really want to do that.
Yes.
And we don't see that a lot for some strange reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I want to bring that back because I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Will I date outside my race? Yeah, I will. I have no problem. I like what I like.
Might be your husband, might be outside.
That's true, but but I want to be with a black man.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
I'm black. He's black. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But I just
I agree with
thing.
you.
I love black love. Like
I love seeing it.
If people follow me on my social media, like that's all I repost is black couples and stuff like that. Like I try to stay away posting the toxic black couple relationships. I don't post that. I always post the positive black love relationships because that's a beautiful thing and we need to see more of that.
Posting Yaya and NBA more
next
week, you know what I'm saying? But no, like real stuff, like honestly, I love black men because to me, y'all are creative, smart, intelligent, y'all work hard, and it's just, to me, like I want a black family. I come from like a 2-parent household, and for me, it's important for me to have that, just because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, mixed children, whatever.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing, because I feel like all races, everybody who loves each other, if you love love, I love people that love love. Like, if you are in love and you love that girl, I love that. But for me, I just want a black man, and I want black kids, and I just want us to all just be happy, and just, just like, I just feel like I want to make a point in like a statement, like, yeah, we've been together, and yes, we, everybody goes through their problems or whatever, but we're still holding a strong household.
Yeah, so I definitely want to make that point to my children, so they can see, like, mommy and daddy, they're both black. They were in love. They've been together. They've been through their ups and downs. So I could show them that. Like, if they decide to go date outside their race, that's fine. Like, I love all people. I'm a people person. I love people. People are beautiful.
Yeah.
But I want to show them, like, hey, you know, your mom was black. She was smart. She was educated. She was pretty.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Because me, I have been stereotyped as well, and people judge me.
Yeah.
I had somebody I was working with a long time ago came in, and we were working together, whatever. And a black lady, she came in. She was very loud, and she was talking to her children. I guess they were getting in trouble, whatever. And my white coworker, he looked at me. He was like, "How come you don't act like that?"
Wow.
And I said, "Act like what?" He said, "You know, like that." I was like, "I don't know. Like what?" So,
Wow.
the statement that what he was getting at was ghetto.
That's really bold. Like,
yeah, it was very bold.
Like, that's to me is so, I would have just been like, all right, bro, like, you just need to square up, because you just, now you really got me acting like, but you know, it's good to stay calm, because
oh yeah, I'm
like,
very calm. That comments like that are just ignorant.
It is. It's very like, to
ignorant.
me, that's like me saying like, I'm not gonna even go there, but all I know is that like, if you have this like stereotype of black men, like, try to think outside. Like, think about your own race, you know, because I'm pretty sure in your own race there's people that you know that have cheated, and it's not just a thing of like, we're on this, oh, only these people do it. Because if we go back to the Lonely Love statement, when she said is in talking about slavery, what? Like,
yeah,
when actual did black men and slaves had time to do all of that without having their master on their back? Like, and also, if we also talking about that, if it did get breaking up, it's because the master was raping the wife. Like that, like, if we're gonna go into that depth, like, I just feel as though, let's talk about the real laid out history than just placing it on this happened to us and this is why we're like this, because that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true at all. So I was like, okay, she kind of stretched that.
She did. She really did.
Because like, I also feel like some black men think if they date like outside their race, that woman makes them more successful.
You know what? You know what? Sorry, go ahead.
And I'm still trying to figure. I mean, maybe y'all got together and y'all were very successful. You know, things started flourishing for both of you guys. That could happen. Like, that could happen. But also, that can also happen with a black woman as well. So, like, because I know some black men think that, like, they date a Latina, it's going to help them flourish and stuff like that better than a black woman. That's not necessarily true.
This is true.
There are plenty of black women who can upgrade a man and flourish him as well.
Definitely.
So I...
Step in.
There's a lot. There's a power.
It really is.
So.
But you know what? Also, because I wasn't gonna put this out here, but whenever, I don't know, lately what I've been seeing, it's been a lot of like black men that are obsessed with these mixed kids.
Oh yes.
Like what Drake just showed his child, and I know a lot of black men were like, I want my child to look like this. To be honest, I ain't even. To be honest, it just goes to a point where why is that something to me that is just like wow,
like, oh my god.
What, I know a lot of beautiful chocolate babies, like, and if you're only stuck on this thing, because a funny thing, a guy had messaged me, and I had used this filter, and I had my eyes that made my eyes green, right? And he was like, is that your real color eyes? I was like, no, it's a filter. And he was like, oh, I was gonna say, if those were your real color eyes, then we need to have kids. What? I couldn't even respond. I didn't even respond to that, because to me, I feel like a pretty brown-eyed baby is beautiful. Why does it always have to be like a color thing? Like, oh, your eyes are like this, or your hair is curly, or you... Just,
to me, not to cut you off.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm not gonna like... The comment he made, we need to have kids. First of all, if I was him, I'm not about to have kids with her. I don't know her. She could be dumb. Like, I don't want them jeans for my baby. Like, she could be no.
What if I had these green eyes and I couldn't really see like out of them?
For real, like what if she's blind?
You know? Like jeans. Come on, let's think about it.
I feel like to me, like if I have a child with somebody, I'm looking at how that person treats me, how they treat their mother, how they treat this people. Like I'm looking for qualities that matter. Like if he, I don't know if he's bipolar, like he has a disorder or something, like a mental illness. I'm looking at stuff like that. I'm not looking at the appearance.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's the funniest.
Oh, he's bald, so my baby gonna be bald.
What?
Have you heard of Dugro? Castor oil.
Like honestly though, like
they make it for babies now. It's amazing.
That's the thing.
Use it.
That's the thing that like it makes me laugh. Like, but okay, like for example, I am someone that like if someone's like, oh, we should have kids, I am gonna envision the kids, but I'm never thinking like, oh, well, you know your eyebrow kind of do this, my child. Like I don't think about that. Like if I'm attracted to you, if I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. That's why I always say like you love who you love. By any means, we're never saying don't be with a white woman, Asian woman, China. Like we're not saying that. We're just saying if you love them, but do not go and bash your community. Don't do that.
Just stop the bashing. Like I'm sick of it. Because I am a black woman who doesn't have an attitude or who's ghetto, who's loud, who's not submissive, who just I'm not all of that.
No, like honestly, it's like I feel like y'all need to get to know the person before you even try to say that all black women are like this, because I don't have an attitude. I just know that I'm going to stay strong behind how I feel, and I'm going to state my opinion when it needs to be stated. Now, being submissive, to me, I think submissiveness comes with respect and love from someone, or you are like, it's not a thing that you just
automatically do.
That's not how it works. Like that's not how relationships work. And if you're expecting to just get into a relationship and expect any race to be like that, that's crazy. Because I know there's a lot like what they say, white women are very submissive or they do this and that. I know that a lot of white women, they're not like that. They're like, don't say that about me. Like,
exactly.
That's not true.
Exactly.
I have an opinion. I can state what I have. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to make this stereotype on each person, you know? So, I don't know. Like,
I just have to stop. They just have to stop that. Like, the black man who bashed the black women while they outside the race. Like, just stop it. Like,
don't do it because
I think about you have a black mom.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand that. Like
that's what I don't understand.
You don't be like, oh, I hate black women or black women this and that. So you hate your mom?
Exactly.
Because you were just at a house eating her biscuits.
Exactly, saying that you love her, but now
2 weeks ago.
Like honestly, that's to me is like I know that I'm attracted to. I'm not like discriminating. I love who I love. If you fine, you fine. You know what I'm saying? If you have my attention, you have my attention. But if I was with someone that was white or Asian or Puerto Rican, I'm not gonna go around and say, well, I don't want to talk to that black man because they do this. They all cheated on me. No, I'm always come with the open mind.
First of all, I'm not about. Say if I dated a white man, I'm not gonna talk to my white man and bash black men around him. Like,
never.
I'm not gonna do that.
Because I don't want him to go bash them.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, he's still a man. They're still men. So that's just saying, well, dang, she bashing him like that, she probably gonna bash me like that.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna do that. Like, you just don't do that. Like,
it's really just like something that you should understand you shouldn't do, because it's really putting down the whole community. It's not just you. It's putting down all of us, and we look crazy because now we're arguing over something on social media that should be something really small. You know, like if you got raised by a black woman, and say even if you were adopted and you got raised by a white woman, just understand you should respect women, period. And so you should understand that you shouldn't go bashing white women, black women, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's comes with a respect thing. And I feel as though we've came to a point where we all should respect each other.
Yes.
No matter any circumstances, because I'm not gonna go bash interracial couples. I'm just saying what my preference is and what I like. So it's not me saying like, oh, you're an interracial couple, so it's and I have a sister that is an interracial couple, and to me it's what he makes her happy and she makes him happy. I like that. It's not about like, oh, well, you're this, you don't understand. Like, I'm not gonna be that type of person.
Yeah. You shouldn't be that type of person at all.
So
the thing is, this is not a lab to bash black men.
Yes,
at all.
It's not.
This is not. Because at the end of the day, there is some good black men out there.
We see y'all.
We see y'all and we support y'all and we love what y'all do.
Please continue doing it.
Continue to do that. And I'm talking to the ones who also do outside their race. Thank you for not bashing a black girl and saying, well, Susan, that, whatever.
Exactly.
We thank you for that as well. So
we do. I really appreciate y'all that are, and I hope that y'all can continue showing other black men that don't, show them like how it should be, because I think it could be a domino effect. If people were so more open-minded in these situations, like, I'm not going to say this about this person. Like, continue doing that so then everyone sees it, because I know me, I'm trying to make sure everybody knows I like love, peace, and happiness, So,
and with that, we're going to open it up for questions.
I
think that was for you.
They are. Let's see.
It's questions time.
Tana said, I think it's a lack of knowledge of our own beauty history and success. That's why everyone is trying to be like us. They darken their skin, want fuller futures, want to have moves that we do.
Let me tell you something. That is a beautiful comment, because these Kardashians, like, whoo, child.
Yo, what's even the girl, the young girl, whatever that girl is, the one that was disrespecting her mama? They was on that, what's it called, show? She was disrespecting her mom, and she was just like, now, but just from the statement, they were just basically saying, like, on the shade room, she's trying to be black because she's tanned herself, and she's this, what's her name? Her. And she was like, I can wear my hair like this, I can do this. Okay, let's just be honest. We're the one who created this, and you are doing it. So when people are saying that you're trying to be black, it's not. Like, I don't say that you're trying to be black. I say that you like the things that we do, and you want to put on your body, and you go around having this attitude, making it seem that you're this type of, girl. But to be honest, you need to understand where it comes from first.
I think they call it, what's it called? Culture
inappropriate.
I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it's a lot of that going around in the black culture, like a lot. From the braids to the skin color to the lips to everything.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah.
The Kardashians, Kim, she wear braids, and they call it, what they call
boxer braids. First of all,
what?
With that one thing, is like, that's not even what is a boxer braid? Like, when I think of a boxer, I think of a dog. That's first thing, or an actual boxer. Do people wear this type of style when they're in boxing or something? Like, I'm trying to understand how they made this name.
That's not boxer braids.
It's
okay.
Unless they can, because they don't understand where box braids came from. Is because your part of the hair is the actual box.
Yeah.
So I understand we're beautiful people, and I understand that we have this beautiful skin. Our melanin is glowing all the time, but God made us this way, and He made y'all that way. So love yourself for how you are. Like, but see, then they go to that statement of like saying, "Well, y'all wear weave." Please tell me what you feel.
My thing is like, I don't mind if people like do things like our culture does, like the box braids or whatever, blah blah blah, but don't try to rename it to something else and try to make it like y'all created that, because that's not true.
That's the name.
Okay, like they say, oh well, you guys wear weave. I wear weave too. Doesn't mean I'm trying to be white or whatever. I don't care. I like my hair. I like doing it. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
I mean, our hair is made to do a whole bunch of different.
Like, we
styles.
can do a whole bunch of styles. Like, that's just the texture of our hair. Like, we can do that.
Exactly.
So
I just feel like it's, to me, we are, what's the word? We're very creative. And I understand, like, there is some things I'm like, dang, a black person came up with that? I never knew. Like, so it's like, I feel as though everyone should just love themselves and who they are instead of trying to change themselves. Like, I know that a lot of people be like, oh, what's the word, just like how you had said earlier, the story of saying that, oh, well, you weren't acting ghetto. Whenever you speak properly, it's like, oh, now you're trying to be white. And black people do this all the time.
I get that all the time from the black community. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, oh, you talk white.
And I don't even know what that means.
How am I talking white?
Because I don't even really know what that means at all. Yeah. I get that for example, I'm like, I like wearing my hair in different colors. I like doing a lot of stuff. And it's like,
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, you must be really ghetto. Or, for example, I've got tattoos. Oh, you must, what? Like, stop. Like, that's, to me, it's so disrespectful. Because I should be able to just be myself without having to try to be like someone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God. I remember when I was working one day. This stuff always happens when I'm at work.
I see.
This one guy, he was white, and he was like, is that your real hair? And I said, is that your real hair? And he got offended. He's like, oh.
Let's just be honest.
I mean, why are you offended now?
Exactly. Like, that's disrespectful.
Oh, I can't question you. I can't question if that's your real hair. I don't know if you're wearing a toupee or not.
Yeah. That to me is so disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, it's another thing of when they touch your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Don't listen. Solange said it best, don't touch my hair. Like, to me, you wouldn't want me go grabbing your hair like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. No.
Yeah.
It's rude. I'm not a pet. I'm not something like, because since I do change my hair a lot, or people are like, oh, how did you change your hair? How did you put this in? Like, I expect that from little kids, not grown women or grown men. Like, I work with little kids, and them asking me like, oh, how did your hair purple? Did you dye it? That doesn't offend me. But when you're a grown woman and you're like, is that your hair? Okay,
yeah. And the fact about, like, stop touching your hair, because they say, like, you shouldn't have your hands in your hair all the time. Like, I forgot, but I was reading up on it, but they said keep your hands out of your hair. So a lot of people need to know that. Like, it's not just because, yes, it's rude, but also because you don't need to have your hands in your hair all the time.
Also, I don't know your germs. Yeah, Corona's going on. Stop! Don't touch me. Like, I'm saying that statement. It's just what it is. Don't touch me. I don't want to be touched, because I feel, to me, it's like, since I do hair and people like, oh, what is this? Don't you can ask me a question without touching me. Like, I would be gladly to tell you that, oh no, it's not my hair. This is what I did. Like, I love talking about that stuff. But when you try to make me seem like I'm a dog and you trying to pet me, it's rude. Like, I mean, I just feel as a community, we should also, like, it's not a problem with explaining things. Like, we can tell them, like, hey, no, this is this, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of other races that get extensions, or like our president, he wears a toupee. Like, let's, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like, since those things are in hand,
I was gonna say something. This is a question for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, when rough times happen, things happen. When a black guy gets locked up, or he's facing jail time. Why is it the women that he dated that are, like, outside the race, they're nowhere to be seen when that happens?
Because they can't handle.
But then when you see a whole bunch of, like, black women surrounding that man. Why is it that?
In my opinion, it's because they can't handle it. It comes to a point of when black men or black women we're in the struggle time, they don't know how to handle it correctly. And I know I know a few. I know, because they got nothing to watch. It's like, I know you held your dude down. I understand. But there's been plenty of times where, like you said, it's always the black women that are there. Like, for an example, when we were doing the riots in, what's it called? Can't even think. Dallas, about whenever, I guess the guy had shot the police officers or something like that. There wasn't a lot of other races there. There's a lot of black women there. So, I mean, I just feel like we're coming to a point where some people can handle it and some people can't. And I feel like if you are with a black man, you should try to understand it and be there behind them, because they go through a lot of hard things. And it's just like, if your man is in jail and you're like, okay, well, he didn't do this, you know what I'm saying? Try to figure that out.
I just feel like other races need to understand that a black man is a target. And
if you're
he's always going to be a target. So just be ready for the unexpected.
Exactly. And if you are with a black man, you are a target as well.
Yes.
They don't.
You are. Oh, yeah, you're definitely a target as well. Because they're going to look at, oh, you're with him.
Exactly. Yeah, just like that.
So you are.
Yeah. And that's why you have to know the history, and why you have to, if you're going to be with this person, stand behind that person, because they need you a lot, you know, like they need you. And then why I always say black women are very strong, because we are always there to make sure they're getting, you know, taken care of. Like, okay, what happened? What is this? Like, they're going to always do that. So you should do that as well. Like, if you love this person, don't just leave them. But we are getting to our closing time. We enjoyed talking to you guys, and we hope to see you guys on the next lab. And
should we tell them what it is?
Yes, I think we should.
Lab number 7, our hoes winning.
Woo!
Our hoes winning, y'all?
Are they?
Bye. Is it supposed to be a little thingy?
I think. Are you sure I think you said it now? Then